Many people associate the name Force with being #1, and this weekend for Brittany Force, it really is no different. She has her first #1 qualifying run here at EnglishTown. Brittany, can you tell me what the excitement is like, one, to have your first qualifying run, but also just the pressure that comes with being in the family of the Force family?
You know, it's really exciting. I came out here this weekend and #1 qualifier with Ashley, who's also #1 qualifier in funny car, and it's pretty big, especially coming from last weekend back in Chicago where I was number 17 and wasn't even in the show. So it's pretty exciting to be out here, and like you said, having the Force name, I'm right up there. I got my name, and my sister's up there running, and she's doing so good this year, and my dad. So there is more pressure just because of my last name and who my father is, but I'm really excited to be out here in the Brands car with Jerry Darian's team, and we're just hoping we get some Team Force in the final round.
So do we. Now, we understand that you went away for a semester last year to Manhattan for college. What was that like, leaving such a strong family tie?
You know what? I still came out to the races and I was running. It wasn't as many events as I wanted to be running just because I was coming all the way from New York. But my dad was pretty much a wreck the whole time I was gone. He was so happy when I was home, and I'm pretty sure I talked to him more when I was living in New York than when I was back in California. So we talked all the time. He called up on me every night. Are you home? Are you in for the night? Asking too many questions, but that's my dad. That's how he's always been.
That's a true father's style, and we certainly look forward to seeing how far you go this weekend in EnglishTown. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much, Lauren. That Force name being weaved into that fabric now with the next generation there. There's your #1 qualifier, Brittany Force. She is slated to go over in the right lane. Rich McPhillips is going to be over in the left.
There's Rich's race car, and he also a longtime veteran here. He and his former partner had almost a little bit of history. They had an alcohol funny car here years ago, elected to take the second pair at a Lucas Oil race. Bob Newberry took the first. Bob went into the 5-second range, became the first alcohol team ever to make a 5-second run in the history of the sport. And Rich McPhillips, to this day, kicking himself because his team came up in the next pair, made a 5-second run. Oh, what could have been.
That's the Jerry Darian-owned car, Brittany Force. Indeed, we do. Brittany Force, there is Jerry Darian now getting ready to bring Brittany into the beams. You can see who she beat, Dan Mercier, in round #1 with a 5:37. The Jerry Darian cars, both Brittany and Courtney, now have started to kind of pick up the pace a little bit. These kids get more comfortable inside these cars.
I know they didn't switch the cars from last week, but it certainly looked like they did, because last week, as Brittany said, she was 17th. This week, she's first. Her sister had a great car last week and was a little bit further down the food chain this week.
Whole shot advantage for Rich McPhillips, but too much Brittany Force and Jerry Darian power. 532, 267 mile an hour, and Dad's feeling pretty good about Brittany's chances today.
Nice when you have that kind of power right there, and the rest of the team, and Ashley Force Hood and her husband back there, as Brittany Force just continues to run career best numbers. Did it in qualifying, does it right there, 5.320, and again a nice speed for the race car. Well, the starting line, though, it looked like a little bit of for Rich, but then down there at the top end, the 267 miles an hour in that Brand Source team, and another generation of the Force team running very well. That was just about a flawless run for that race car.
And remember, that is the car to the stars. So many people have been in that. Golly, let's start with Brandon Bernstein. Ashley, of course, has come out of that car. Gary Selzy.
That car is so good, I could win with it.
Yeah?
No, I was only making it up.
I was willing to give that one a try, for sure. Hey, our next stop on the Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series happens to be in Norwalk, Ohio. The race is called the Summit Racing Equipment NHRA Nationals, and it comes your way Saturday, July the 4th at 11 a.m. So go out early, catch the parade, come on back from some drag racing, fire up the barbecue, and get ready for some sparklers and some other things that you do on the 4th of July. Yes.
Smooth, Dave, smooth.
Yeah, that's
her sister went to the semifinals last week. She's in the semifinals this week. So
but first, let's take it apart.
Brittany Force is still getting her helmet off, and so we're going to chat with her in a second. But she's had an amazing weekend so far, and little known fact, your sister also actually went to the semis at this race, not trying to put the pressure on or anything like that. But how amazing did that run feel?
Oh, it felt great. I didn't know my wind light came on until they told me I got down here, but I'm so excited in the brand first car, and it feels good. This is the first time I've gone rounds this year, and I'm so excited. And my dad told me earlier to keep the Force name alive, and I think we're doing it. We're going rounds, so I'm excited.
We are too. Congrats.
Her sister actually went to the final here in 2005 driving for the Jerry Darian team. Came up a little short in the money round. Hey, maybe her sister can rectify that here this weekend. That'd be fireworks for everybody.
Check back in at the starting line. Brittany Force and John Fink. And, we're just getting word right now. This is going to become the top alcohol dragster final. Koski started surveying the damage down there at the far end. He's not going to be able to make it back, and due to time constraints and all the things that have gone on here today, this is going to be our final round.
So this is the world's first ever semifinal final,
where the winner is the champion, but the runner-up here is not the runner-up of the race. That will be Mike Koski. That much we know. We just don't know who's going to win this race yet. Here comes John Fink, who comes in with the better elapsed time. He ran 5:30 in the round before. Well, will it be Brittany Force? 5:32, the #1 qualifier here this weekend. Here's the reaction back at the starting line. And Graham Light passes on word to the teams that say, hey, listen, due to this, due to that, this is the final. Yeah, we got a shot there. 1 round away instead of 2 rounds. Brittany getting her first win in that Jerry Darian automobile.
John Fink told Lauren after the last round, we got lane choice, we stay in that left lane. It's our favorite lane. Why? Well, we've had luck over there. With that oil down from Mike Koski down there, John Fink decided to change lanes. I have never been a proponent of changing lanes.
You have not.
And let's see what he does. He had the better car in the last round. Well, she's coming off the #1 qualifying spot. He's had a very good race car, but they swapped. Now, Jerry Darian and the rest of his crew, and Brittany Force looking to join, well, everybody else in the Force family in the winner's circle in unique fashion. So Mike Koski will be declared the runner-up, but like you said, because of the weather delays earlier in the day, the 2 cars running off the track. This is run very late in the afternoon, so there will not be an actual final with Mike Koski forced to come up and, put in an appearance. So whoever wins this will be your United Association National Champion.
And John watching from behind. Here we go. Who's going to win in Englishtown? Brittany away first, but a cylinder out will cost her. John Fink crosses the finish line first. Late shoot on Brittany. What else can happen this weekend? She's going to get that car stopped. John goes over and shakes the hands of the competitors. John Fink will be your champion here at the UA NHRA Super Nationals.
It's 5:44, 265. Based on what we saw earlier in the weekend, you would not expect a 44 to get the job done. Both drivers off the starting line, and advantage went to Brittany, but then that cylinder dropped, and that all of a sudden makes advantage to John. He dropped the cylinder at the end. It wasn't a thing of beauty, but it's a win, and John Fink picks up the trophy.